Okay, so you walk down almost any street these days, and, well, you can't miss them, right? Coffee shops. They are just absolutely everywhere. But what if there was one that was doing things completely differently, really rethinking the whole coffee experience? Today, we're diving deep into roasting plant coffee. Yeah, our mission here is to really unpack the art and science, as they call it, behind roast and plant. We're going to explore their, well, genuinely innovative business model, try to uncover their maybe surprising competitive advantages, and look at the strategic choices, that lie ahead for them.
That's exactly right. And this isn't just, about a cup of coffee. It's really about understanding how a simple, everyday thing like coffee can actually embody some pretty cutting edge tech and strategic thinking. We're going to show you how Roasting Plant is kind of carving out its own space in what is, let's face it, an incredibly crowded market. It's a great shortcut, really, to understanding disruption, even where you might not expect it.
Okay, so let's get into it. What makes roasting plant so different? It really seems to boil down to this art and science idea, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The founder, Mike Caswell, he's an engineer, actually used to work at Starbucks, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And he's the one who developed their, signature thing, the Java bot system.
Right. And what's really fascinating is how different that makes them from, well, your typical coffee shop. Think about Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. They're mostly using pre-roasted beans, right? Stuff that was roasted maybe days, sometimes weeks ago, and then shipped out. Roasting Plant, though, they roast in every single store.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's not just for show. It means they can do like on-demand roasting, custom blending, right there, right when you order. Their slogan nails it. Just roasted, just brewed, and just for you.
Mm-hmm.
This whole vertical integration, bringing the roasting right into the shop, it totally changes the customer experience. And as we'll get into, it unlocks some serious profit potential, too.
And it's more than just the taste, too, right? It's this whole cinematic experience they talk about. Like, as a customer, you're actually watching the beans whizzing around through these clear tubes,
Yeah.
going through the roaster, then getting ground, then brewed. It's this, I don't know, visual theater, which is so different from that kind of commodity feel you get at some of the other big chains. You really have to see it, I think, to get it. The visual part and that immediate freshness. I actually went last March, Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport. It was snowing like crazy, really coming down.
Yeah.
But I was determined, I had to see a roasting plant. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
trekked over to the terminal where it was. They were literally just about to close. I had to sort of plead with them, like, just give me 5 minutes.
Huh. Dedication.
Totally.
Hey.
So I managed to order 3 different coffees. Quick. One was a single bean, then a 2-bean blend, and then, I don't know, I was feeling adventurous, I guess. A mix of a bunch of beans, like a Frankenstein coffee. And drinking that right there, so freshly roasted, so freshly ground, it really was like a wine tasting experience.
Yeah, that's a perfect example, though. It really shows that immersive customer journey they create. And the Java bot system isn't just cool tech. It's the core technology enabling that whole thing. It allows for that unique experience, sure, but also, like you said, interesting custom blending and really efficient operations behind the scenes. So, okay, who is this just roasted customer they're going after? It seems like Roasting Plant is targeting, well, a few groups. Working people, commuters, college students, definitely that urban on-the-go type, tech-savvy folks, health-conscious maybe. But the key word seems to be connoisseurs, people who actually care about the flavor, the uniqueness, the story behind the bean. And age-wise, it feels very much Gen Z and millennials. They really value that authenticity, the personalized experience. It doesn't really feel like a boomer thing,
Yeah, that makes sense. It's such a contrast to, like you mentioned earlier, maybe a Dunkin' Donuts coffee drinker. You probably wouldn't expect a ton of overlap there, would you?
Not likely.
Dunkin's often about speed, convenience, maybe grabbing a donut too, not necessarily that artisanal freshness focus. Which kind of leads to a question for you listening. What kind of person do you think pays like $51 for a bag of coffee beans online from these guys? Think about what that says about their priorities, what they value.
Exactly. That premium positioning, the emphasis on quality sourcing. They talk about direct relationships with farmers, getting these high-grade beans. That's what attracts that specific customer. It fits that whole handcrafted coffee vibe, even though it's automated. And the average price, around $5 a cup, reflects that. They're selling the experience and the quality, and that justifies the higher price for the people who really prioritize taste and origin. Okay, so beyond just the cool tech and the good coffee, where's their actual competitive edge in the super crowded market? Let's talk about their competitive activities. First, operational efficiency. This is huge. Because of the automation with the Java bot, they see about a 1/3 cut in labor costs. Huge. Zero product waste because they roast on demand. Streamlined supply chain. And this leads to, get this, a 25% EBITDA margin. That's earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, amortization, basically core profit.
Wow, 25%.
Yeah. Compare that to single digits, which is more typical for the industry.
That's massive.
It really is. And the store economics are pretty compelling, too. They say it's about $50,000 investment per store with a 2-year payback and a 75% gross margin on the product.
75%.
Okay. So the numbers look good. Then there's marketing. Honestly, the store design, that visual experience we talked about, that is a lot of their marketing.
Right. The theater sells itself.
Exactly. Plus, their patents, that tech innovation, that gets the media coverage, industry buzz, and they use hashtag #JustRoasted online, which kind of creates this organic, user-driven marketing feed.
Oh, and an interesting point. Apparently, their UK stores do significantly better than the US ones.
Really? Why is that?
They think it's because there's a maybe greater appreciation for the full customer experience over there, start to finish. Huh. Okay, so with all that, the tech, the margins, the experience, the founder, Mike Caswell, seems to be at a bit of a crossroads, strategically speaking. Like option one, does he just grind away for growth, keep opening franchises one by one, going head-to-head with Starbucks and Dunkin'? Option two, maybe look for a buyout or licensing deal. Could he license the JavaBot tech to someone huge like Starbucks, create maybe a Starbucks Plus kind of concept, or just get acquired outright? That'd be a huge payday.
A very attractive option, potentially.
And then there's path number 3, partnerships. Could they put JavaBots inside, say, health-focused grocery stores? Like Whole Foods seems like a natural fit with their target customer. So looking at those 3, grinding it out, selling the tech, or partnerships, which one feels like the biggest risk? And which one could really shake up the whole industry?
That is a great question. I mean, the grind away path, it's straightforward maybe, but it's a slog. Constant battle for market share, deep pockets needed. The licensing or buyout that leverages their core asset, the tech. Less direct competition, potentially faster scaling, maybe bigger impact if, say, Starbucks adopted it. But to really enable any of these futures, their information systems and technology have got to be top-notch. They need a really robust enterprise architecture. It's not just about the cool robot. It's about the data, the systems supporting it all as they grow. Think about the kinds of MIS tech they really need to level up. Okay, obviously an accounting system, maybe QuickBooks is fine for now, but scaling. Might need more. Payment systems, yeah, standard POS for credit cards. But analytics, that's crucial. Tools like Power BI, maybe something more advanced, to really dig into sales data across all locations. Which beans sell best? Which combinations are popular? Where? When? And an e-commerce platform for those online bean sales. You mentioned $51 bags. They need something solid, like Wix or Shopify, maybe more integrated.
One thing that really struck me, comparing them to Starbucks, is the app experience. Starbucks has, a pretty functional app. You get rewards. You can order ahead easily. Roasting Plant's current app is, well, let's just say it's super basic.
Underdeveloped.
Big time. But imagine if they had a better app. If you could order your custom blend ahead of time, like you see at Chipotle, right? People just walk in, grab their pre-ordered bag, and go.
Exactly.
That feels like such a missed opportunity right now for convenience, for loyalty.
Absolutely. And beyond just the app, think automated marketing, using all that customer data, their favorite beans, blends, purchase times to send out personalized offers, reminders. That's another key area for tech investment. Honestly, for an entrepreneurial student, someone savvy with this stuff, there's a real opportunity here, I think. Helping them build out these systems, you could potentially get equity, shares in a company that seems poised for some serious growth. You'd be shaping their digital future.
Okay, so let's brainstorm a bit. Thinking about blue ocean strategies, ways they could create totally new market space, move beyond just competing directly. What comes to mind? Well, first off, maybe functional beverages.
Oh, interesting.
Like CBD-infused coffee, or maybe adaptogen blends. Things that are trendy, especially in those liberal cities where they operate in New York, London, D.C. Seems to fit their health-conscious, maybe experimental customer base.
Yeah, playing into wellness trends. Good one.
Okay, second idea. Coffee workshops. Imagine them hosting hands-on workshops right in the store. You learn about the bean origins, you see the JavaBot up close, maybe learn different brewing methods.
Like the wine tasting idea you mentioned, but formalized.
Exactly. Deepen that appreciation for the art side of their whole art and science thing.
I like that. Builds community too.
Which leads to idea 3, community engagement. Getting out there more. Participating in farmers markets, maybe food festivals. What about pop-up events, like a roasting plant truck at a football game or something?
Yeah, reaching new audiences without the full store investment. Smart.
And finally, maybe something a bit more mainstream, but with their twist. Seasonal and trend-driven blends, like introduce a blend of the month, maybe even cave and do a pumpkin spice version in the fall, but, made with their just roasted quality.
The ultimate test.
Right. It could generate buzz, help them compete on that seasonal excitement level with the big guys, but still offer their unique, fresh angle.
These kinds of ideas, they often come out of systematic strategic analysis like we've been doing. And honestly, they're often on par with what expensive consultants might propose. It shows there's this wealth of potential directions for them, really more than what you can use in terms of ideas for growth and standing out.
So yeah, it's been a really fascinating journey digging into roasting plant coffee, from that core tech, the Java bot, all the way to their strategic position and future choices in this very crowded market.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? And maybe a question for you, the listener, to ponder. In this world we're in, with just information overload and markets that feel totally saturated, how do companies like Roasting Plant keep innovating? How do they keep standing out, not just with the product itself, but through the whole experience, through that kind of strategic foresight we've been talking about?
Yeah, and maybe one final thought.
Yeah.
Think about your own personal equivalent of, I don't know, Chick-fil-A waffle fries or whatever that one treat is for you. That thing you'll always buy, maybe splurge on, where the price isn't really the main point. How can companies tap into that kind of deep customer loyalty, where the experience of the product just clicks perfectly? That's the magic they're all chasing, isn't it?